There are challenging kids in every classroom in the world, and any teacher who tells you different is not telling you the truth.
You have children who are struggling with materials management. You have the student who's struggling in the corner, who's quiet and who's shy.
You might be frustrated. You just can't get to this kid. You just don't know, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, no matter what door you open, what door you close, you're at a standstill.
You look at a child and you see what's wrong and you try to fix it. Doesn't work that way. It is my basic philosophy that every one of us, every single human being has a strength. Even a child who can't do one single math problem correctly will have done some part of it correctly. So let's start there.
When we first started 13 years ago, people weren't talking about diverse learners, and the schools didn't have the systems for really helping those students.
Debbie came to visit me with a funder.
We went outside the Jewish day school world, meeting with people who are leaders in the field of education.
And we had this conversation about, well, if money wasn't an issue, how would you work with schools? And so, of course, I gave them my ideal. And they said, okay, do it.
The approach that Hidden Sparks took is to bring the skills and sensitivities and knowledge from the world of special education and learning disabilities into mainstream schools.
And that was unheard of. It was absolutely revolutionary.
Attention and memory and language, social thinking, higher order thinking.
Hidden Sparks has their own vocabulary. It identifies very complex neurological and learning challenges and simplifies it.
When I ended up taking this course, it was like, wow. I began to look at myself and get what all these constructs are about.
But if we were looking to really shift teacher mindsets and teacher practice, it wasn't going to happen in a vacuum. It needed to happen in their schools, in their particular settings, that this is where the change was going to take place. So an external coach will come in once a week to work with a team of teachers, to work individually with those teachers in their classroom.
You know, the teachers are so busy teaching 10, 15, 20 kids.
So the external coach is really another set of eyes and ears to look at the students.
The teachers tell me who they would like to observe, who they're struggling to understand. I'll come in, I'll observe that child, and I'll observe just that child.
We'll literally write down exactly what we're seeing the student do, blow by blow. Instead of hypotheses or ideas or understanding or taking what we know from the history or none of that right now. And the reason for that is the program itself is very heavily based in evidence.
Not to say, oh, he's hyperactive. No, let's describe what you see. He's sitting in the chair and his foot is going up and down and he's tapping his pencil. That is a non-judgment.
And then they'll reflect back with the teacher. I noticed that when you said this or when you did that, this is how the student reacted.
It's two people equals looking at a situation and gaining perspective, gaining understanding, and gaining depth.
The kids below grade level, the kids having trouble behaving in class. Okay, but what are they good at? What can they do?
We start with a description, we ask questions, and then we move to a possible prescription. Let's see if this works.
The idea is just to find the hidden sparks in each child.
The minute that a teacher has that kind of knowledge and has that awareness of what he or she as a teacher can do, they become a very different kind of teacher.
Hidden Sparks has changed the language. Now we talk about what can we do for this child rather than what the child is doing poorly.
We try to be on the student's side at all costs. Always be on the student's side, thinking that if the child could, he would.
And I think that's the number one value and benefit of a Hidden Sparks program in a school. Just to change the way teachers look at children, discuss children, problem solve about children in ways that are proactive and constructive rather than reactive and venting.
And in addition, we're mentoring internal school leaders. These are internal Hidden Sparks coaches.
And the idea is that over a period of time, there'll be individual coaches for each grade level from the school, and that the school on its own can continue the program.
Within a few years, We want to leave the expertise in the school.
The number of teachers lining up to say, what about me? Why can't I go? I just had one today. Please, can I go for this training in Hidden Spark? So it's becoming contagious and it's going viral and everybody wants a piece of it.
We have monthly Hidden Sparks meetings where all the teachers come together to discuss how a student is in the morning and understanding how he is in the afternoon.
Coaches meet regularly with coaches. Coaches meet with the internal coaches. It is built into the program so that we can see things from multiple perspectives.
Hidden Sparks is about building a community where you have an opportunity to share thoughts and ideas about particular problems and specifically children.
We're seeing the performances of the identified students academically go up significantly.
The change is palpable in this building compared to 3 years ago when we started here.
They could see what our school was, and they could see what our school is now, and it's day and night.
And I've never seen any other program that's able to do that with such ease and with such directness. That's something that I see just expanding.
We are in the middle of a plan to bring the teachings of Hidden Sparks to every teacher that works here.
This is going to change the way teachers teach and hopefully the way students learn.
Even the most challenging student, whether it be academically or behaviorally, that there is a hope, that there is a way.
Everybody comes to school wanting to learn, wanting to be successful. Something has broken down.
And we will keep working to find that way to ensure that every child reaches his or her potential.